Okay, so to begin, I'm going to go ahead and present to you all my screen. Actually, I'm going to present to you this particular one. And what I'd like you to do is to take notes on paper on section A and follow along with that, and then we will talk about sections B and C in a moment. So our verbs for today are prendre and mettre. Prendre means to take. That's obviously a fairly important action. We're going to use it a lot. Mettre, on the other hand, means to put. That is also a fairly important action. Hello, Chad. Mark yourself present in the chat box, please. Okay, so, and by the way, these two verbs are going to be at the root of other verbs. We put some letters on the front, we put a prefix on, we get a new verb altogether. So if you think about prendre, we put a com for comprendre, to comprehend, to understand. We put an ap on the front of prendre, apprendre, to learn, to apprehend. Similarly with mettre, all sorts of things we can put on the beginning of mettre to get verbs that are cognates. Admettre, to admit. Trans, T-R-A-N-S, transmettre, to transmit, etc. So these are fairly significant verbs that are used frequently throughout French. So what I want to do today is to introduce them to you by showing you both the spelling and the sound so that you get a sense of how the verb overall works. So we're going to start with the spelling of prendre. In the je form, I take, je prends. Now notice here we've got the first part, the PR, prend, minus the RE, we add an S, je prends. Tu prends, same sort of thing. Then the il, elle form, il prend. Now that one, there's no S, it's just the prend part. Good morning, Guy. Mark yourself present in the chat box and then get some paper to take notes. There's no S at the end of it, it's just nothing. SS blank is our pattern here. Now, how does this sound? If you take just the prend part, je prends, tu prends, il prend, we've got, I'm not exactly sure how you guys want to write this in terms of the sound, but we've basically got prend, like a prend, 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 right? It sounds exactly the same. So the spelling is one thing, the sound is the same. Je prends, tu prends, il prend. I'd like you to repeat that to yourselves, since everybody's muted. Répétez, je prends, tu prends, il prend. Voilà. Now, the other forms, the nous and the vous. Nous prenons, vous prenez. Now these two, you'll notice we dropped the D altogether. We have our normal ONS easy endings for nous and vous, and our sound is a bit different as well, right? So we've got prenons, and that N is a solid N. In the first one's prend, 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 it's just the nasal, it's not a solid sound. Vous prenez, let me change that to a lower sound. Prenez. And then the il is even weirder in the spelling because we double the N for no apparent reason. Ils prennent. Voilà. Try those, repeating those to yourself at home. Répétez, nous prenons. Vous prenez. Ils prennent. So you'll notice that the sounds are a little bit different there. I'm going to go through mettre in the same basic way. Je mets. Good morning, Colin. Mark yourself present, please. Je mets. Tu mets. Il. Change the size on that. Too big. Il or elle met. Try those at home. Répétez, je mets. Tu mets. Il met. Now you'll notice that the sounds are exactly the same, right? Je mets. Maybe it's actually more of a mais. Tu mets. Il met. Same exact sound, just like with prend, we've got mais. Then when we get to the plural forms, the we, the yous guys, the they. Good morning, Maddie. Go ahead and mark yourself present in the chat box. When we get to the plural forms, just like with the forms of prendre in the plural, we get some different things going on. Nous mettons. Notice we double the T. Vous mettez. Il met. That ENT is silent at the end of the il plural form. Remember that. So how does this change our pronunciation? Mettons. Vous mettez. That way. Il met. Everybody got it? So I put that out there, you guys, because learning these basic verbs in French, a lot of it really does have to do with being able to hear the sound of them in your head. And that then matches up with the spelling in a particular way. So I'm going to stop my screencastify here.